Hello, and welcome to our presentation of Monopropellant and Bipropellant. I'm joined by my partner in rocketry, Mr. Smart Brain.
Yes, and Mr. Interesting will spice things up a notch, so your attention spans are not stepped on like your uncle will step on a bug for your sister's multi-phobia.
So sit back, because this is Monopropellant can be like a controlled piece of TNT. Creating a lot of force at once, and it's very hard to stop, or it's like a very small candle providing little force, but very easy to stop. The former is typically made by taking a large amount of solid fuel and inserting a catalyst, and off you go. Causing a very intense exothermic reaction that creates a large amount of hot gases that propel the rocket upwards. As this tends to be lacking in an off button, this is typically used until the fuel has run out, and then its component part is jettisoned out into space. As you can imagine, the monopropellant engines are often used as boosters, the ones that are on the side of that spaceship. And the latter is rather less intense than its more powerful cousin. Is primarily used in reaction control systems, or RCS. These systems work by forcing a propellant, like hydrogen peroxide, through a catalyst mesh such as platinum. Who knew rocket scientists had good taste in materials? Anyway, this causes a much smaller exothermic reaction that produces steam and can be used to produce attitude adjustments, like reorienting the spacecraft a few degrees. But both systems have the advantage of being able to run in airless environments with no assistance. Most research on monopropellant was done by NASA in the 50s and 60s. It's a bit like a gas-powered car, but the gas in the car is solid and there's no brakes. And it looks a little something like this. And just like a gas-powered car, monopropellant is older, cheaper, and easier to produce, and lighter than its liquid-powered cousin. But there are drawbacks, because unlike a traditional gas-powered car, monopropellant can't be refueled very easily. It costs $206 million to refuel a 11.5 megaton rocket, which is enough to buy 5 Ferrari 250 GTOs, the world's most expensive car ever sold, with $70 million left.
Bipropellant, by contrast, is a bit more controlled than its cousin. It was first theorized in Russia and Peru, but it was finally implemented by American scientists, so American ingenuity for the win there. It typically works by mixing two liquids. In the case of an oxidizer, like, liquid oxygen, for example, or perhaps a more explosive thing, like hydrogen peroxide.
Quick note, Mr. Smart Brain meant to say liquid hydrogen and not hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide was for the monopropellant and not bipropellant. And that was a mistake on his part, but nothing we can do now. Anyway, back to the presentation.
Basically what happens is the hydrogen peroxide and oxidizer, usually oxygen once again, are mixed through injectors into a nozzle. In this nozzle, they are ignited, and as you can imagine, it has a rather flammable exothermic reaction, let's say, and propels the rocket using Newton's third law. After all, when you get one force going down, you must have another force going up, or, in this case, the rocket. Overall, bipropellant is far more easily controllable than its more solid cousin. When you use bipropellant, you can just stop the injectors from injecting more fuel and oxidizer into the nozzle, and all of a sudden the rocket goes no more fuel, no more ignition, no more thrust. Also, it has the advantage of being more easily refueled than its solid cousin. still difficult, but it's far more easier to fill up a tank of liquid than it is to fill up a gigantic silo with solid fuel. However, it does share some disadvantages. Much like its solid and one object cousin, when it runs out of fuel, you're not getting more things, so you have to conserve your fuel when you're flying this. Also, like its cousin, as you burn fuel, you change the center of the mass of the rocket. After all, less fuel in one area means that all of a sudden that area is further away from the center of mass. But also, bipropellant is commonly used in rockets, like, for example, SpaceX, refuelable rockets that are reusable, a lot of people have seen that, is bipropellant. Also, many rockets also do use bipropellant. It's the most common for in-space orbital maneuvering and altitude adjustment, simply based off the fact that you can use it to change your distance quite a bit. You can think of bipropellant as like an electric vehicle. Much like an electric vehicle, bipropellant uses two things in order to propel it forwards. Unlike an electric vehicle, instead of electricity and gasoline, we have the oxidizer and we also have the fuel. Also, unlike an electric vehicle, it is unfortunately not as fast off the line. Gravity is far harder to overcome than friction. Now, a drag race of monopropellant and bipropellant looks something like this.